We need to send your Cygnus irregulars to the Moon Gate, Prefect Kalo.
Agreed. We've been practicing in anticipation of joining forces for more than a year.
A year? But a year ago we were still enemies.
Perhaps. But I always knew we'd wind up fighting the Iraxians side by side someday. There aren't a lot of us, but the Cygnus Irregulars will stand with Queen Chimera's forces at the Moon Gate of Anequina. If the dragons or the remaining Iraxians show up there, we'll give them a fight to remember.
Prefect Kalo is a very complicated person. I think you made the right choice when you sent him to Queen Chimera. His soldiers will help bolster our defense of the Moon Gate of Anequina, in case the dragons move against it. Before you eliminated the Usurper Queen, you heard her talking to the dragon Mulamnir. She indicated that they had located the Moon Gate to the southwest of Rimin, as the dragons had requested. The Moon Gate of Anequina lies in that direction. Not yet. Little is known about these ancient structures other than they were important to the Moon Priests. We're sending a combined force of Khajiit militia and Cygnus irregulars to guard the place in case the dragons make a move.
The Khajiits haggle over.
Chimera's waiting for you inside. If the dragon circling overhead spots us, I'll try to drive it off.
Zamorak will assist.
Yes, I'm sure your fists will make all the difference.
Zamorak will assist Tarn against the dragons. In the meantime, you should go inside. Queen Chimera is waiting for you.
The dragons are definitely anxious about something. No sign of the betrayer, though. Go inside and help Chimera, but do it quickly. We're too exposed out here for my liking.
If there is more to this ancient temple, I do not see a way to access it. This is the right place. I can sense it. But nothing in this chamber looks like it can make the moons move, or open a path to Joan or Jode. What are we missing, Fiveclaw? And Riddlethar knows I have tried everything I can think of. I held it out, I presented it forcefully, I even shook it vigorously, but nothing happened. I do not know what else to do. My memories and the Kunzari stories, everything jumbles together. Too much research has crowded my mind. Wait, maybe... I remember one thing Mother used to say. Maybe if I repeat her words while I hold the pendant. When a Nequina's blood calls, the shadow dance begins.
By the moons, you opened the path.
You go ahead. Zamorak and I will deal with the dragon outside. Somehow.
Moons watch over you. Come, Fiveclaw. Let us see where this leads.
Hurry and follow Queen Kamira. You must be her King's Claw in there, for this one must help Abner Tharn hold back the dragon. Do not worry. You make an excellent King's Claw. Or maybe we should call you the Queen's Claw, yes?
We came to check on you and tell you that one of the dragons spotted us. I threw up an illusion, but it won't confuse it for long. We need to get back out there, so you go with Kamira. Gods, I never expected to act so heroic.
Beautiful. Why was this hidden for so long? No time to explore this place. I just picked up a scent. I think the Betrayer is ahead of us. You said the Betrayer has the same ability to open portals as Caldwell. Such power means that few places are close to him. Come, we must catch him before he finds whatever drew him here. This place has guardians, it seems, but they could not stop the betrayer. No time to explore this place. The betrayer sent. He came this way. That relic. See what you can make of it, Fiveclaw. That relic. Look at the craftsmanship. It is beautiful. I sense something. A power. Examine the relic, Fiveclaw, but do it carefully. I think so. I can hear it sing. A sound like moonlight. I believe it represents the lunar lattice. One expression of it, at any rate. This is what the betrayer seeks. Shakajay, the lunar lattice. One of its aspects is Jode, another is Joan. The lattice portrays the phases of the moons as they trace their path across the sky. This relic is connected to when Anequina moved the moons. We need to determine how. Some sort of mummies from the looks of them. I have explored places like these, and a few of them contain such protectors. They attack any and all intruders, so the betrayer will be hindered by them as well. The spirits awakened. The temple recognized me. I am becoming attuned. That relic, it is connected to the lunar lattice. When you touched it, something spoke to me. I am becoming attuned. Help me find the remaining lattice relics and complete my attunement. It is the only way to stop the betrayer and the dragons. The moon priests that served this temple, they were attuned to the lattice and the hidden paths. They could move the moons and dance through the shadows. The betrayer was attuned in the ancient past. I think that is why Cædwell can use portals. The temple, the lattice, they recognized Anequina's blood and sang to me. It all makes sense now. Anequina moved the moon so Kunzari could reach Jode's core. The betrayer wants to do the same for the dragons. You must listen more closely, Fiveclaw. The betrayer is attuned. When he reaches the temple sanctuary, he will activate the moon gate apparatus and put the moons in motion. I need to finish my attunement before that happens. That relic, it is
Sir Caldwell, you're part of Kunzari's Krajun. Why are you doing this?
I want what Kunzari hid away, and I need to move the moons to reach it. If a few cats must die along the way, what of it?
You're insane!
You talk to your new god like
The
that?
temple.
Manners!
It shows us how the betrayer became attuned. That relic, it is connected. Another temple relic. Activate it for me, Five Claw. I understand. Moving the moons causes an eclipse. That opens the way to Jode's core. The betrayer attuned himself and hoped to align the moons as Anequina did. But the moon priests and the remaining champions stopped him. Oh, now I see how he planned to do it. It is so simple. Hurry, we have one more relic to activate. The attunement process. Through it, I can hear the moon sing. And I hear another voice. It feels like a part of me. I hear Anequina, who cries for the innocent blood the betrayer spilled so long ago. We cannot let him open the way. The betrayer was always more interested in glory and power than being a true hero. The prize waiting in Jode's core was too much to ignore. He murdered Kunzari and attuned himself so he could move the moons and walk the secret paths.
It's almost a shame how Inequina's faithful keep throwing themselves at my blade. Almost.
The betrayer attuned him. temple relic. There it is. Activate it, please. Activate the final relic 5 claw, and my attunement will be complete. Then, no matter what else happens, we will have a chance to stop the betrayer and the dragons. I can hear the moon sing, my friend. Once the attunement process is complete, I will be able to move the moons like an equina and walk the secret paths like Caldwell. We need those abilities to save elsewhere. Now, 5 more. We need to reach the temple sanctuary. I think I understand. Not only do I hear the moon sing, but I hear my ancestor, an equina. The very walls echo with her memories. Good ones, bad ones, like the actions of the betrayer. They tell me we must seek the temple sanctuary to stop him. The attunement is complete. I feel a deeper connection now to Anequina and my other ancestors. Like I am part of the ancient rituals of the Shadow Dance. For the first time since the death of my parents, it feels like I have a family again. We must go to the temple sanctuary. If the betrayer has not yet started the moons to move, then we stop him. If he has, then we find out how I set them back on their normal course. We are nowhere near the time of the next natural eclipse. Wait, my friend. Let us talk before we confront the betrayer. The ancient memories become clearer in my mind with every passing moment. We follow the same path as the heroes of legend. Kunzari, Anequina, the Betrayer, they all walked these steps to reach Jode's core. I see the truth of the myths and legends. Kunzari tricked Calgrontiid into storing the might of the dragons in Jode's core. Then, the heroes of the Krajun lured them into the halls of Colossus and sealed the doors. Yes, he murdered Kunzari and then came to this temple to gain the power to move the moons and open the way to Jode's core. You see, the path only appears at the moon gate of Anequina when the moons are aligned, as in an eclipse. True, but many died before they lopped off his head. The Betrayer was the greatest warrior of his day. If it comes to a battle, it will not be an easy one. There is an apparatus in the sanctuary, linked to the larger moon gate. That is what we seek. We are about to enter the place where the Betrayer faced his greatest failure. Where he died at the hands of the remaining heroes and moon priests. We must make sure history repeats itself. The shade of Anequina darkens with rage whenever I think about him. Even before his betrayal, she detested the man. He was vain, proud, a great sword fighter, but full of ego and hubris. Perhaps that is his weakness, his pride. We are about to enter the place where...
Too late, fools! The eclipse has started. I'm going to share the power with the dragons. Magnanimous, don't you think? My portal confuse you? Good! Do my portals confuse you? Good! Sure, these lovely keepsakes don't. Do my portals confuse you? Good! Let me open wide the mouth of oblivion.
the eclipse! The betrayer did something to the apparatus. The moons cannot hear my plea. No. The betrayer has set the moons in motion, and they will not answer to my song. There is nothing to stop the dragons from using the moon gate of Anequina to reach Jode's core. Not yet. This apparatus moves the moons, but the moon gate of Anequina creates the portal to Jode's core. Luckily, I sent forces there to defend it from the dragons. We will join them. But first, the memories tell me we have one more task here. Anequina's memories show me how she once used the dragon horn. The combat dragon horn you gave me. It needs to be energized, have its power restored. Activate the nearby temple relic, and I will charge the dragon horn. All of it, into the dragon horn.
A dip in cold hard is refreshing, pleasant, and I'm fit as a fig tree. Now, where's the evil me? Where is the fiend? Let me at him. I returned as soon as I could to help you give the betrayer a good thrashing. I feel tip-top, I must say. I thought it was the cozy confines of my beloved Cold Harbor, but I suppose it has more to do with the destruction of my other half. Well, good show. The world is saved. That doesn't sound good. Let me think. If I concentrate, I can recall what was going through my despicable other self's mind. He wanted to make sure no one could stop the path from opening. He promised the dragons. I'm afraid not, at least not from here. He did something to the apparatus. It can't be used again. Chimera might be able to separate the moons, but she'd need to do it at the moon gate. She looks a little peaked, though, doesn't she?
I am all right. Caldwell, can we use your portal to return to Rimmon?
Of course, Chimera. It's ready. My portal should take us directly to Rimmon. I'm almost certain. I feel like 1,000 pieces of gold. Just delightful. But poor Chimera, she appears to have the weight of a mammoth on her shoulders. You should talk to her.
The eclipse approaches, and with it the opening of the moon gate of Anequina. We have a short amount of time before the way to Jode's core appears. At least I am attuned, and I was able to charge the dragon horn. Gareshri has already gone to the moon gate of Anequina to take charge of the forces there. We will join him shortly. Thank you for helping with my attunement, Fiveclaw. With you and my ancestors beside me, we will find a way to stop the dragons. We stopped the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion. Soon they will align. When the eclipse occurs, the moon gate of Anequina will open and grant access to Jode's core, which is exactly what the dragons desire. Some, but not a lot. Luckily, we anticipated the connection to the moon gate and sent Gareshri ahead with whatever forces we could spare, which was not as much as I would like. I just wish we had something else to fall back on. The combat dragonhorn is charged, but we still do not know its full capabilities. We must not waste its energy, so we will save it until absolutely necessary. We should make our way to the moon gate now. Tell our companions, it is time. Our companions left the palace to wander Rimmon and consider what is to come. Find Abner Tarn, Zamarak, and Prefect Kalo. Cadwell too, if he is still around. I would like them to join us at the moon gate, but will understand if they decide not to. The ancient structure rises out of the jungle far to the southwest. To think, a place known primarily as a pilgrimage stop and historical curiosity may turn out to be the site of Elswere's most crucial battle yet. The moon gates are among the oldest ruins in Elswere. Of the few sites we know of, the Anequina ruin is the most well-preserved. Moon priests consider it sacred. The Riddlethar ties it to the lattice. The rest of us, we see a pile of old rocks. I can only tell you what I experienced. I became one with the temple, with all its memories and past experiences. I connected with my bloodline, with the first Anequina herself. I was attuned. I underwent the process of attunement, the same as Anequina and the moon priests of the temple, the same as Cadwell. I know how to make the moons move, provided we find a working lunar lattice apparatus. Some of the stories about Anequina speak of her teleporting from place to place. I see something about portals, but it does not make much sense. Perhaps when I have had 1,000 years to practice, I will be as competent as Cadwell, yes? Our companions left the palace to wander Rimmon.
The way this one works wood is beyond.
When the 16 kingdoms were only 16 tribes, a hero ambled forth, all tall and tough and wise.
I tell you, Khajiiti traders are slipperier than buttered eels.
Fragrant, a 5-claw, no, a 10. He wrestles giants just for fun.
My friend!
Hello, come to partake in a before-the-battle cleansing? I find it prudent to make myself pristine prior to the start of a slaughter. In my experience, the subsequent blood and gore adheres much better to a well-laundered body. The Moongate. I hope to wash away the memories of the betrayer, but some stenches can't be removed with soap and water. I'm sorry I made the moons move, my friend. Sorry I helped the dragons. But before I became the gallantly gaunt, soul-shriven form you see today, I was the betrayer. I originally did all the terrible deeds that led us to this place. I'm rather ashamed. Dash it all. Yes, of course, that was my plan all along. Make up for my past atrocities by helping the nice cat people defeat the evil dragons, just like the hero I was before I became the betrayer. Tally-ho, then. I'll head to the Moongate now and meet you there. As nice as these facilities are, I miss the boiling plasm pools of Cold Harbor, hot enough to melt the skin right off your bones. What an invigorating sensation. And your point is? As nice as these facilities are, I miss the boiling.
The wood elves have their rotten brew made of meat and guile. something sweet and join us for some fun. The tickle felt in this one's ear as you drew near, says you got a tidy son. The king of coins from your jaunty loins sing of riches to be won. Let down your mane and join in our game. We've only just begun. Place your wager, raise the stakes, build a tower from your drakes, draw your fortune, toss your well. Risk it all, you have your hell. And if you wind up on the street, at least you live like true Khajiit. I see, my friend, that you have pluck, but you're short on luck. That hand was hard to beat. And if you find you're feeling cross about this tragic loss, there's a cause for your defeat. You took your chance on me, that couldn't compete. But these cats, they tell no lies. Next time be more discreet. Take a gamble, whoops, you're lying. Now you're and run, make a scene or swear and roll. Tossed out to hoots and howls galore. Next time your money's on the street, have the good sense to try and cheat.
Wine used to rejuvenate me after periods of intense exertion and spellcasting. Now I can barely taste the stuff. A good thing too. Khajiiti wine is cloyingly sweet, like drinking candied plums boiled in moon sugar. I presume you have news? The Moongate? A noble but futile proposition, I fear. The Khajiit should pack up and flee while they still can. Let the Alliance armies deal with this. Show them some fights are more important than deciding whose posterior best fits the ruby throne. No. Just pondering other options. Too much of what we're facing was the inadvertent result of my actions or the actions of my family. Dragons, Euraxians, necromancers. The responsibility falls to me, and balance must be restored. Would you stand a chance otherwise? Without my arcane and strategic insights, anything you try is destined to fail. I won't have that on my conscience. Now, allow me to finish this sickeningly sweet inebriant, one last indulgence before the end. By the way, I believe I understand the purpose of the dragon horn. After much consideration, the use and function of the ancient instrument has become clear. The Dragon Guard were clever, I'll say that for them. Theoretical knowledge isn't the same as practical experience, but I believe I understand the fundamentals of its operation. The Dragon Guard prepared a horn taken from a massive dragon and engraved it with arcane runes, giving it astonishing power. Oh yes, I'm fairly certain of that. And I found historical references indicating the Dragon Guard gifted such relics to key locations, for their protection, you see. The one you located was originally in Rimmen before it was moved to the sanctuary. We have neither the time nor resources to move the large relic, but the small horn you brought back, it's called a combat horn, by the way, was designed to be carried into battle. Once charged with energy, its sound weakens dragons. One problem solved then. The next is sheer age. This ancient combat horn is exceedingly fragile. I'm not sure how many times we can sound the horn before it disintegrates into dust. For that reason, I suggest we save it until we absolutely need it. By the way, I believe I understand the purpose of the dragon horn.
You can be assured that... The Rimmen Bank.
Quiet moments to meditate have been rare since Zamorak returned to Elsewhere. This one needed some time alone, especially after helping Tharn with the dragon at the Shadow Dance ruins. But you look like one who has important news, my friend. Zamorak suspected that would be our next destination. This one noticed that the moons have shifted in the sky, moving in a way that breaks their usual pattern. The betrayer's doing, yes? At least you and Queen Kamira returned from the ruins. Then we still have a chance. Zamorak has pledged his honor to Queen Kamira. He will not break that vow. This one has a purpose again, and will see it through no matter the cost. Zamorak will meet you at the Moon Gate, my friend. Queen Kamira, attuned to the lunar lattice. Zamorak never expected to see such a miracle in his lifetime. This one prays that it will be enough when we stand against the dragons. About what you would expect. Tharn used flashy spells to confuse the dragon until it finally gave up and flew away. Then, we encountered a squad of Euraxians led by a necromancer. Those Zamorak dispatched. It was the least this one could do.
When you get to be my age, there isn't much opportunity to meet new people. That's why I decided to take this job. Now I see new faces every day.
Alms, Walker. Alms for a sick Khajiit. Oh, Walker. Bindabi's afflictions are like stars on a moonless night. Countless, countless. But they all stem from the flu. Then the Hatton plague ravaged my village, killed my uncle, my mother, my father, my husband. It ruined everything. No, my people are superstitious by nature. When they see a stricken, scarred Khajiit like me, they kiss their talismans and run away. They think me cursed. One who has survived the flu can no longer spread it. But the people here do not care. Oh, bless you, Walker. Mara, bless you. This will buy me new dressings and a decent meal at the very least. This one promises she will not forget this kindness.
Never going to be finished.
Bindabi is too weak.
It takes only a single voice to plant the seed that will sprout into courage. Yet, without the support of others, that sprout will never grow. Be the rain that soothes, the sun that shines. Be that which nourishes a hero's heart.
Rari once thought to travel Tamriel in order to broaden his knowledge. He made it as far as Gratwood before realizing that few were willing to speak seriously to a magical talking cat. And so he stays in Rimmen.
The quiet moments between battles. I like to spend the time catching up on my reading. History, military strategy, recipe books. My secret pleasure is a good mystery, though. And the new Investigator Veil is a real page-turner. I've been waiting for the order to move out. I sent most of the Cygnus Irregulars on ahead with Gareshri, but a small contingent remained here in case our earlier guess was wrong. I assume events in the ruins confirmed our theory? Understood. We need to defend the Moon Gate and stop the dragons from using it when it opens. Keep them from reaching Jode's core. Well, at least now we have a mission. I just hope the Khajiit can get over their aversion to working with my troops. Queen Euraxia's tyranny made the Khajiit wary. I don't blame them for that. I just want to show them that not all Imperials are tyrants, that they can trust at least a few of us. It will come, as long as we don't turn on each other first.
Yushiha has come to return her debt to you. Zumog Fum is dead, but those he serves still seek to ruin all we hold dear. What strength there is in my blood is yours to command. Returning to the world has not been easy. Very little is as she remembers. She does not belong here, yet she has nothing, and no one to return to. Yushiha would be adrift, if not for the need to avenge her clan. It is the only purpose she has now. Yushiha is not Rakaja. She has no desire to spill blood, only an obligation to right a wrong. Zumog Fum will never desecrate another Khajiit soul. That is all that matters. Yushiha has no fear of the fighting to come. It is the time after all her battles are done that gives her pause. Her focus remains on the fight alone. Yushiha has come to
It appears everyone has arrived. Report to Prefect Kalo, Five Claw, while I confer with the Queen.
I have a good feeling about this. Reminds me of the time I led an assault on Molog Grunder's dinner party. The roast Yagra were delicious.
Look how the moons converge in the sky. The time is not right for such an event. The lunar lattice has been altered, causing Joan and Jode to merge. Legends say that this occurs when a dragon eats the moon. This one hopes that is only a legend.
An eclipse is an eerie sight, but where are the dragons? The moons come together and the sky grows dark. Ominous, isn't it? And strangely beautiful. Where are the dragons, though? And the remaining Euraxians? I assumed they would have started their push for the Moongate by now. As ready as we can be, the Khajiit militia and the Cygnus Irregulars have taken defensive positions along the path up to the Moongate, and whatever siege weapons we could get our hands on are set to repel the dragons. Not a chance. We only hope to slow them enough to give Tharn and Chimera the time they need to stop the Moongate from opening, or find a way to shut it if all else fails. If the dragons don't reach Jode's core, we win. Wait, what's that noise? Dragons, go join Queen Chimera. I'll take charge down here.
Zamarak will go with you.
Get those fires out and ready the ballistic. Move it, soldiers!
Time for reckless audacity and daring do.
That path over there leads up to the top of the Moongate. We need to reach it before the dragons break through our defenses. Euraxians. The wall has been breached.
Kill the cats and the traitors!
Up there, more Urax... Here they come. Prepare yourself. More soldiers. Take them down. What? Surprise! We are done here. Let us continue on to the Moon Gate and Queen Chimera. Gareshri, no! Stay with me, old master. Gareshri still breathes, but his injuries are serious. He needs a healer. In the meantime, Zamorak knows what he must do. With Gareshri injured, someone else must take command of this position. Make sure the Euraxians and the dragons encounter enough resistance to slow them down. That task now falls to Zamorak. Yes, my friend. This is Zamorak's chance to finally atone for his past mistakes. Wait, what is this? The dragon horn. This one doesn't know why Gareshri was carrying this. But you must take it and reach the Moon Gate. Queen Chimera needs you. Go. Now, Five Claw.
Maybe I should have fought left instead of right. Let's try that again. dragons, old trout. Let's get to Abner before the moon's completely aligned.
The moons have aligned and the gate has opened. Chimera definitely gained something at the temple, but she hasn't figured out how to control it. You were with her. Talk to her. See if she can close that aperture before it's too late.
See how the moons align with the ancient gate. The lattice opens a path to Jode's core. But how did you get the dragon horn? Where's Garishri? And why are the sounds of battle so close? Did the Euraxians overrun our defenses? Garishri? Hurt? And the Euraxians behind our defenses? This is not good. Not good at all. Well, we still have the dragon horn. At least until the power runs out, or the fragile relic falls apart. Ah, I just wish the moons would move for me. The power, yes, but not the knowledge and experience. I will continue to try to move the moons and close the gate, but you will need to keep the Euraxians from taking this position. I am counting on you, Five Claw.
dragon horn. It's our only chance.
No, Five-Claw! Not yet! Through the portal, both of you, and bring the dragon horn.
Chimera, wait! When I awoke this morning, traveling to the plane of Jode wasn't on my agenda.
Five-Claw, we stand on the sacred plane of Jode. The dragons went down into the processional. They seek to breach Jode's core. From the memories I absorbed at the Shadow Dance Temple, Anequina and the Moon Priests came here to honor the moons and set them on their way after their sacred joining. This is also where she helped Kunzari hide the dragon's power. Here, on the plane of Jode, the memories become clearer with every passing moment. Kunzari was able to use Calgronti's own greed against him. The dragon sought the power of Jode's core from the beginning, but Kunzari offered him even more. He offered a way to combine the natural power of Jode's core with the mystic might of his loyal dragons. Calgronti's greed was his undoing. Now, he finally has an opportunity to steal all the stored energy for himself. We must stop him!
Remember, my friend, I'm not the battle mage I once was. I need to reserve what magic remains to me for when it will do the most good. Consequently, if we run into any obstacles, I'm going to leave them for you to deal with.
If we must fight, Five-Claw, you must be our sword and shield. Both Tarn and I need to preserve what strength we still have for the final battle.
The vermin still pester us. Devour them.
As you say, my brother.
If we must fight, Five Claw, you must be...
Remember, my friend,